Hi guys, come along with me as I make a little gingerbread house village. All right, you guys, for this week's project, this is what we're gonna need. We need a few sheets of cardboard. You can cut up a box, a delivery box if you have it, or have these on my Amazon list. You can get these, they're awesome. They're pretty thin, you can cut through them very easy. We need a piece of chalk to draw on it. I have some holiday colorish pipe cleaners, popsicle sticks, our little wood blocks that we always use for projects as support. I have a few pieces of cotton here, cotton balls to use as snow. We need some white paint and a very thin paintbrush. I have my glue gun close by. We're going to use some Elmer's glue. Go ahead and keep a pencil, pen, Sharpie around in case we want to use that to outline. And then this week I went to the dollar store. They have their holiday decor out. They have these cute little mini snowflakes and trees and bows, and grab some pearls. So I'm just going to keep this stuff handy in case I want to use it for my little gingerbread village. All right, you guys, let's get to work. All right, so I'm setting aside everything that I don't need right now just to kind of create some space. So what I want to do is I took this cardboard square, I cut it in half. I'm going to use the brown side since we're making like a little gingerbread village, and I'm going to use the chalk to draw on that. I'm going to use the white side to create like a little snowy environment to set our gingerbread village on. So those we don't need right now, so I'm just going to set those aside. So what I'm going to do is on this one, I am going to start drawing my little village. So I'm going to draw my first little house. So anything that I draw in chalk, I'm going to repeat it by going over those lines with my white paint. So that's going to give us that gingerbread-y look. So I'm going to just create basically like just a little rectangular shape, and I'm going to put my roof on with some swirls because that's going to mimic the look of icing. You can see behind me, I have the cardboard village that my students made this week in the studio. It's pretty giant, but we had so much fun doing it. All right, so once you get the basis of your house done, then we can just start adding little details in. I'm gonna add a nice little swirl on the top. I'm gonna create a little door for my house. Some windows on either side. For this part, you don't have to be too detailed because we can always add some extra elements. I'm going to widen this a little bit. And then I may do an arched window on top. Next door, I'll do another house, kind of like the one behind me, with a different type of roof. Maybe a curved door with some circle windows here. Like a little X side. You'll be able to see this better once we get with the paint. So there's that one. And I might just do some swirls across it. Add our little doorknobs in. Maybe I'll put a little window here too. Okay, so I need one more little house. Might do a shorter one here. Cute little square. Might do long windows with this one. Little door. Maybe an arched roof on this one. Cute little round window. Some swirls on top. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our paint. And you don't want to cake too much paint on. You just want to go over your lines. I tell my students when you're going to do this, start at the top and work your way to the bottom, because down here your hand's going to cross over. If you start down here and you go to paint up here, you can really spread that paint around and smear it in places that you don't want it to be. So it's always better to start at the top and work your way down. So I'm just gonna go over all of these little lines. Maybe we'll do a cute little fast forward montage while I do this. And you can always add some extra little accents in there while you're doing it. Whatever you can imagine, you can do. All right, you guys, here we go. So now that I have everything painted, I'm gonna set this aside and let it dry a little bit. And what I wanna do, I have my one little piece that I'm gonna use for my base, so I'll set these aside. That's gonna go there. And then on here, what I wanna do, and I may just keep these in black and white, is I wanna draw some little elements that I'll just kind of put here and there throughout this little piece. So let's see. I'll draw some little pins. We do one facing the other way. Do some little stripes, little pots that can go outside some of the houses. This is a good chance for you to think up something really fun and imaginative for your little gingerbread. Let's see, I might do a little mailbox. All right, let's see if I want to draw anything else. All right, I think I'm good with that. What I'll do while my piece is still drying, so I'm gonna take these little pieces cut them out. Here we go. Okay, got my little elements. Set those aside. And now that my little village is dry, I'm gonna cut this out. Ooh, these cutout montages always look so fun to watch, but it takes a long time to cut them out. Okay, so you can decide whether you want to keep your village together or you want to separate them a little bit. I think I might separate mine so I can just kind of put them a little bit, instead of just a perfectly straight line, I can kind of put them one maybe more in front of the other and just kind of just give it a little bit of depth. Let's see. Oh, it's still wet in places. You can call me the art teacher that rushes too much sometimes between her art pieces. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna clean my space, throw these things away, get my glue gun heated up, and I want to grab my red and green Just Art paint markers, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed a few. I grabbed 2 different shades of green, I grabbed a red and a pink, and what I want to do on these little things, I'm just gonna add like a little hint. Red and my candy cane. I want to do my little flower pots, kind of candy cane striped too, to make this gingerbread village look super cute. There's that one. And then I'll add a little red flag on my mailbox. It's kind of North Pole. Sticking to me. Found a little plant, so I'll add just a little hint. Some green. All right. On my houses, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna add some little hints of color here and there. Some little hints of pink. My little swirly doos on this one got cut off, but I'll kind of paste it behind one of the other houses, so it'll be fine. Gosh, these look so cute. Snowflakes right there. Okay, and this is also where you can take your Sharpie and you can add some of those elements in with it. You guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start trying to decide where we want our little elements to be. So I'm gonna set my paint aside and we're gonna take our little board here. I know I'm gonna want this bigger house maybe a little bit toward the back. So I'm gonna add some little supports with it. Let's see here. So get my glue gun and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on two sides of the block. And look how good that holds that up already. I like to put two on each one just to get it good and strong. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute already. All right, so let's see. So this one, I'm going to take this one kind of to the side. I'm just going to put one on this smaller one. Looks so adorable. And same with this one. I'm going to do glue stick in my glue gun. Set that one in there. How cute is that? And then what we can do is with our pin, we can go in front of each little doorway and we can create a little walkway out in front of each house. Let's see here. I'm going to take my little mailbox. Gonna put a little wooden support on it, and we're gonna stick it kind of out in front. Let's see, get my candy canes and do the same thing. And you can do this with Elmer's glue too. You just have to kind of hold it in place while it dries. We're gonna put this one here in between these two houses. Then we can attach to the little planters we're going to put out by the houses. This is so cute. I tell you what, Dollar Tree, if you ever watch one of my videos, thank you guys for having the coolest little additions that make art projects in a studio, especially group class setting. It just makes it so fun. We'll put this one right here. Look at that already. Okay, and so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my cotton ball pieces and I'm gonna take my Elmer's glue. And what you wanna do is we just wanna pull this guy apart. They'll unravel if you just kind of find the right spot. So we'll just pull this apart and we're gonna create some little snowy areas with it. Let's see. Just gonna put some glue in and around this little planter here. And you can just kind of lay it wherever you see it needs to go. You're gonna get sticky, so look, get ready. I'm already sticky, but I'm having so much fun. I don't want to stop myself from cleaning up or wiping my hands. And you see how far this one little piece of cotton ball goes. You see that? Go up here. And I kind of layer it in and around my little mailbox here. It'd be so nice if the weather outside today in Louisiana was snowy. That would be so fun. Or at least cold enough. I think we're like getting upwards in the 80s today. In November. Okay. You can even, if you want to, let's cover up this side where I separated the houses. So you can even take some of that snow and add it to the top of your gingerbread houses. I might put some along here. Maybe some up here. Do some up the side of this one. Just a little, you see, a little just goes a long way. See how sticky my hands are because they want to stay. All right, so there's that. And I think what I'm going to do is I had kind of an idea to take some green pipe cleaners and cut them in half. Because kind of what I was thinking was I could wrap one around this block and twist it a little bit. And then kind of make like a little see if I can get my thought out here of what I kind of how I saw this. Just wrap it around a block. It would just make this little sprig, almost like a little pop of greenery that I can stick somewhere here. You ever see those trees by houses that are near the front door? That looks so cute. I also want to get one of these bows. I'm just going to cut that part off. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun. And I'm going to add it to my house. And get a green one. So if you're doing this in a classroom setting, you know, you can get all of these supplies, especially if you just use a delivery box or something, or you can even do it on brown paper. You can use the same thing on a nice brown cardstock. You know, for a whole classroom, I think you could get the supplies for everyone to be able to have something $10 or $15 at the Dollar Tree. So that's not too bad when you're thinking about a group project of what it would cost to make this little gingerbread village. And then they would have something like a little keepsake where their parents can put it out year after year. So set these aside. I also saw these little pearls. I thought they would just be pretty here and there. So I might grab just a few of those. They're wanting to escape. Let's see. Just gonna stick them here and there. On my board. Maybe one more of those. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And I think the last thing that I'm gonna use is there's these little trees. So I think here and there, like right here, I have this block that doesn't have anything set on top of it. So I can just insert that there. And then I also have one over here. Insert there. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, so we've made a glittery, gluey mess, but look how cute our little gingerbread village is. I'll make sure that for this art project that I put some downloadable templates. If you're a teacher and you want to do this with your class, but you want to print them out, I'll make sure I draw some of these elements so that way we can upload a downloadable template to the website for you guys. Thank you so much for tagging along with me for another Studio Creative Kids. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody that keeps watching. I've heard back this week from teachers that kids are starting to request watching the show in class, and that makes me so happy. I hope that everyone that watches has a really enjoyable, imaginative experience, and I can't wait to see what you create. I can't wait to see what you think up for your own little gingerbread village. So anyways, guys, take care, and we'll see you next time for another episode of Studio Creative Kids.